YouTube is pulling up the drawbridge. Starting in 2027, the platform is actively making it twice as difficult for new creators to earn ad revenue, raising the entry barrier higher than most channels will ever reach. The clock on this is exact. Existing creators face a hard contract deadline on January 31st, 2027, and the new requirements go live the very next day, on February 1st. Since the announcement, the creator community has been loudly reacting to the sheer scale of these new requirements, and the frustration is entirely justified. YouTube's argument is that by limiting the number of people inside the partner program, they can guarantee higher payouts for the creators who actually make the cut. We are going to set the emotional reaction aside. To navigate this policy shift, we need to look strictly at the math and how it applies to your specific channel. Your survival strategy depends entirely on where you stand today. The rules are completely different if you are fully monetized, if you only make shorts, or if you are still trying to cross the starting line. Succeeding in this new environment doesn't require you to blindly work twice as hard. It requires you to identify the exact set of rules that apply to your current status and aggressively ignore everything else. Let's start with the steepest climb: brand new channels trying to unlock full ad revenue for the first time. Look at this comparison table. Under the legacy rules expiring January 31st, you need 1,000 subscribers, plus either 4,000 watch hours over a year or 10 million shorts views over 90 days. Starting February 1st, the subscriber requirement stays the same, but the long-form watch time requirement doubles to 8,000 hours. If you are taking the short-form route, that barrier doubles as well, requiring 20 million shorts views to qualify. To understand the actual scale of that new long-form metric, 8,000 hours over 365 days means your channel must generate an average of 22 hours of watch time every single day. There is one constant here: the lower tier 500 subscriber program, the one that unlocks fan funding like super chats and memberships without ad revenue, remains completely unchanged. The trade-off for new creators is stark. You must now commit to double the amount of unpaid labor and long-term production before receiving your first AdSense check. If you are already in the YouTube Partner Program, you fall under the grandfather clause. Your channel is not being removed, but you do have an urgent administrative task. You must log into YouTube Studio and manually accept the updated terms for the Watch Page and Shorts monetization modules before January 31st, 2027. If you miss that specific date, you aren't kicked out of the program, but YouTube will place a total pause on all of your channel earnings until you sign the new agreement. But there is a secondary trap buried in the rules for grandfather channels: new, ongoing activity requirements. To avoid being flagged as inactive, you must maintain either 1,000 watch hours per year or consistently post 2 long-form uploads every 90 days. By enforcing these rolling minimums, YouTube is actively eliminating the concept of a passive income channel for veteran creators. You have to stay on the content treadmill or risk losing your grandfathered status altogether. The rules get even more aggressive when we isolate the requirements for Shorts monetization. This progress tracker illustrates the new ongoing metric for Shorts creators. To keep earning from the creator pool, you must continually generate 10 million qualified Shorts views every rolling 90 days. The moment your channel dips below that 10 million view mark in a 90-day window, your Shorts creator pool earnings are instantly paused. Failing to hit this specific threshold only pauses your short-form revenue. It does not affect your long-form ad earnings, nor does it remove you from the partner program. Hitting one viral milestone in Shorts is no longer enough to build a reliable income. It demands grueling, continuous production. YouTube's stated motive behind these hurdles is to filter out the massive influx of low-effort, AI-generated, and spam channels flooding the platform. The math they are pitching to creators is that shrinking the pool of monetized channels leaves more meaningful income for the people who actually produce high-value content. The financial sweetener that makes surviving this purge worthwhile is YouTube's global expansion of the Premium Lite subscription tier. This pie chart shows exactly how that works. 60% of net Premium Lite subscription revenue is pooled together and paid out directly to the creators those subscribers watch. On average, a creator earns significantly more per view from a premium subscriber than they do from fractional pennies of a standard ad impression. The barrier to enter the partner program in 2027 is brutal. but the creators who do survive will capture a larger share of subscription revenue without having it diluted by millions of inactive channels. Based on these new policies, you need to execute one of 3 specific plans depending on where your channel stands today. First, if you are very close to the current 4,000 hour or 10 million view thresholds, sprint to the finish line right now. Do not wait. Apply the literal second your dashboard shows you are eligible so you don't get trapped in a pending review bottleneck when January 31st arrives. Second, if you are already monetized, accept the new terms in YouTube Studio immediately. Then, set a calendar reminder to regularly audit your rolling 90-day metrics so your income doesn't quietly pause. Third, if you are a brand new creator or far away from the new goals, stop trying to chase the long-form and shorts requirements at the exact same time. Focus entirely on hitting the unchanged 500 subscriber fan funding tier. Building early momentum and audience trust through memberships or super chats is a much more realistic first step. Surviving this era of YouTube means picking one specific format to master rather than spreading your production capacity too thin trying to hit moving targets. To make sure you never miss a critical algorithm or policy shift before it impacts your revenue, subscribe to Insight Anchor.